Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Sunday, August 25th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with AEW Collision broadcast last night on TNT featuring matches taped on Wednesday in Cardiff, Wales. In the main event, Pac, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta emerged victorious over Top Flight and Lio Rush in a London Ladders wildcard qualifying match to advance to the Trios title match today at All In. After the match, all of the teams scheduled to be involved in the London Ladders match brawled to end the show.
Oh, no! And we got some physicality going on in the ring! What an event All In is going to be tomorrow afternoon! 12 noon with 0 hour. And of course, at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, we'll be live from Wembley Stadium in London. And we're out of time.
In the opening match, the Conglomeration defeated the Undisputed Kingdom in another six-man tag team match. In a mixed tag team encounter, Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway got the win over Kid Lycos 2 and Nina Samuels. In other results, Jeff Jarrett defeated Arya Davari, Hook Top Big Bill, Katsuyori Shibata went over Jay Lethal, and Willow Nightingale defeated Harley Cameron. Turning to Japan, Dory Funk Jr. came out of retirement at the age of 83 for FMWE's Terry Funk Memorial Show yesterday at Kawasaki Stadium. The former NWA World Champion teamed with Osamu Nishimura to defeat Atsushi Onita and Reijin Yaguchi in a double Hell Current Explosion death match. This was Funk's first match since 2018. The match also marks the 7th decade in which he has wrestled, a feat duplicated by a rare few including Lou Thesz and Mae Young. Dory Funk Jr.'s career began in 1963. Turning to Mexico, AEW's Claudio Castagnoli made an appearance at CMLL's Grand Prix International show at Arena Mexico, emerging victorious in the International Showcase Elimination Tag Team match with a final pin over Volador Jr. Castagnoli was part of a 10-man international team that took on the 10-man Mexico team in the elimination-style match. And turning back to the United Kingdom, Will Caven emerged as the new Rev Pro Undisputed British Cruiserweight Champion at Rev Pro's 12th anniversary show yesterday in London. Caven won a 6-person scramble match that also included previous champion Neon, Cameron Kai, Dante Martin, El Phantasmo, and Leon Slater. The show also featured a surprise appearance from AEW Saraya, who revealed herself under a mask.
Evolution Pro Wrestling for a long while. Hang on a minute! It's Saraya! And you know what they say, a family that fights together survives together.
In the main event, Michael Oku retained the Rev Pro Undisputed British Heavyweight title over Luke Jacobs. Also on the show, Danny Luna retained the Rev Pro British Women's title over Mina Shirakawa. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.